Hi, everybody.
Hey, we're live.
And we're live.
Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Mr. Blue.
Hey, Yvonne. Hey, Mr. Blue.
Hi, Yvonne.
I'm just going to sit like this the entire time because it looks like... I'm just going to full screen me for a second. It looks like I have a booger here, but it's not a booger. I swear. My scab is peeling off, and that's like the only part that's visible and left, and now it looks like I just have a piece of snot. Yeah, I'm going to be like... Anyways, and I can't...
Yeah, Jeff fought 12 people in Alabama, and he won.
Yeah. The main culprit's name was Street. But anyway. Yeah, because this happened the day after, didn't it? I'm just thinking. Yeah. So yeah, I had a little incident with a road as I was carrying a bin of food into the show. And yeah, I kind of tripped and fell, and because I was carrying stuff, I couldn't put my hands down to stop myself, so I used my face.
Just stop the floor
it
with
works.
the face.
It works, and I mean, just
use your face.
Use your face. Use the face.
Everything fails. Use your face.
Literally, I used my face. So, and my knees. I guess I use my knees too, but mainly my face.
Ouch, Jeff.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Anyway, it is what it is. So, hello everybody. Welcome. It is episode 45.
45.
Oops. There we go. 45. There's a picture of all
7 to go
peeps.
For a year long.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Huh. I did not think about that. I just heard Lego randomly falling off my table. That was weird. Anyway, I'm not sure where that came from, but my desk is still littered with stuff, so that would explain why. Eric Sith is in. Fazoom is in as well.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Rick.
And, yeah. No, I punched his Canadian face. Well,
Well, the Americans have to beat up Canadians.
I probably did deserve it at some point.
It's a must thing for Americans to beat up Canadians.
Importantly, I'm home, and I still haven't actually gotten my COVID results from the test I took on Sunday.
So you're still isolated?
Yeah, I have to be isolated. The quick story is that I stayed an extra night because I didn't have my results, and my results, the test I took was Sunday at 11. So today at 11 was 72 hours. So after that, I was screwed. So I went to the border this morning at 9 at the Windsor border and went through the regular border check, and then they brought me over to the holding area type thing, like the parking lot where you wait or where they talk to you. And I explained the story, and the guy's like, yeah, we've had this happen for a bunch. So worst case scenario, you go back across the border. We give you the name of a place. You get a test done there. It takes about an hour and a half to get results, and you come back. I'm like, okay, fine. But he said, until then, just wait here till 11, and if you get the results, you get the results, and if not, then you can go. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I sat there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and talked to the guy a little bit before he went back in. I showed him the back of the trailer with all the Lego. And he came in about 20 minutes later with a COVID test and some paperwork and said, quarantine until you get your results back. And when you get home, take this test. And, if it's positive, call this number type thing. So I thought he gave me a rapid test, but I just looked at the box now because I misplaced it for a few hours behind some bins of Lego. And the test is actually a send-away test.
Oh,
so it's another PCR test at the looks of it. So I will do that, I guess, first thing tomorrow morning because I have to call and someone has to watch me do it.
So you can't leave the house until you get that test back.
Exactly. So
it means that you're stuck playing with Lego in the house until you get the test back.
Yeah, not really playing with Lego for a few days. I think I'm taking a few days break.
Really?
I can't even talk to you right now.
All right, bye, Dave. I bought a bunch of sets, and I don't know. I just today I got home and I unpacked my trailer, unpacked the car, shoveled snow.
Okay, did you had to shovel?
Yeah, we had. Well, here I got a picture here. Let me just throw that up since we're. Let me just pull it up here.
I'm gonna mention I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning because I had to go to Sudbury this morning. Yes. And so I'm gonna probably fade pretty quick.
All right. Well, I'm glad that
But
you made
I'm sticking around until I fade. So if you see me yawning, it's not because I'm bored. I love this. I love this. I love this feed. But I'm un petit tired. That's how French up English to say I'm
But
tired.
at least you didn't have to use your overnight bag, Lego bag.
Hey, I got out just in the nick of time too. By the way, it started snowing around 1 o'clock this afternoon, like a hard wind and snow outside the building. And I'm going, I gotta go. Oh, Dave, one more thing. Can you have a look at? Nope, I'm in my car. See you.
Oh, Mr. Smear says he's online. Also, the BS around Dave is cracking me up. Yeah, that's pretty much. We usually switch people into that BS corner. Apparently, Chris got banned last week for commenting, saying that he should throw Gil in the car and shove him in a shirt. So yeah, here, photo. So after I crossed the border this morning, I did something bad, and I held a camera as I took a photo as I was driving. So this is like Windsor area, and it's grass. And then a little bit further, there's probably somewhere around like before London, a little bit of snow around London. We'll exit 2:30 if anybody figures out where that is. More snow. That is Toronto.
No.
Oh, this is 407. So above Newmarket, 404 area. Almost in Peterborough. And then when I got there, this was what I had. I like my neighbors actually brought the snowblower onto my laneway and cleared most of it. But I ended up taking out like a foot more of the snowbank because like there wasn't enough room for me to open my door when my car was like right on the edge of my laneway. So anyway, we had a lot of snow.
Yeah, a little bit of snow.
A lot of snow. Oh, that's something else. Anyway,
I'm glad you're home, Jeffy, and I'm glad you had a good time at the show.
Yeah, I had a wonderful time, and
well, that was my question. Was it worth all the trouble and worrisome and?
While I was at the show, for sure. Once after I got my COVID test, like I had booked the COVID test, like a week before type thing. So I had everything lined up. And it wasn't until I started driving home and stopped in Cincinnati the first night. And I'm like, okay, I was checking my phone every few hours to see if I got the message.
Sorry, I shouldn't sing WKRP theme song here. Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yard has more than the entire state of Georgia got. Yeah, that's completely true. Because I actually did drive through Georgia because we went to Atlanta Brick Company on the Monday, which was a fun little side trip. But yeah, I ended up stopping in Cincinnati, and then I went from Cincinnati. I drove 4 hours to Detroit, and at that point I was freaking out because it's like, okay, what do I do now? Because I'm now at a point where I can't cross the border, even though it's 20 minutes, but like it's right next door to me type thing. And I waited around there, and finally I got like a hotel room. I got like it was an inn more than a hotel, and I ended up staying there the night. And just like I did all the research I could. I tried everything I could think of to see if I could get my test results. I called like the pharmacy. I called like the pharmacy company. But unfortunately, they don't know where the test goes. Like they send it off to a lab, but it gets distributed to whatever labs, right? So yeah. Would I do it again? Yes. I mean,
hang out with Chris? Of course you would.
Well, it's a hang out with everybody. I mean, like Jeff McElwee came up and stuff too.
Hang out with Jeff? Of course you would.
See him as well.
Mark, maybe not so much. Damn.
Have fun watching Boba Fett there, for Zoom.
The Book of Boba Fett.
The Book of Boba Fett. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I would do it again. Now, I mean, I'm planning the trip in March still, like to fly out to Denver. No, not Denver. Place where
Oregon, Portland.
Portland, Oregon. And I think I'm going to play that one different. And I think I'm going to I'm going to book the test and have it done a few days earlier because I fly back on the Monday. So I'll make sure that Monday is the last day of that 72 hour window and hope that the test comes through. Oh, Shane's at work, but hello, welcome. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still iffy about Portland. I'm hoping the restrictions might ease a bit or something by then, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah,
Wing it.
so
That's what I do.
what was that?
Wing it.
Win it.
See what
Yeah, I
happens.
mean, it worked out okay considering. It could have gotten far worse. But you know, like
Because you had some very highs and very lows. Like when you hit the pavement, I think that was a pretty low.
yeah, that was pretty low.
And when you didn't get your COVID test back, that was another low. But
Yeah.
then again, you did win the
Yeah, that was
award
awesome,
for staff pick favorite
That
staff.
was awesome.
I did. I won the bricky. It's
Well
missing a few
deserved.
pieces though, so I'm gonna have to put some pieces in. I don't know how that happened, but that's how it came.
Yep.
But yeah, I won an award, and I will be on Brothers Brick. Oh no, Beyond the Brick.
Yep.
The Hanlons interviewed me as well, so at some point that'll appear. So, and I don't think I got COVID, so I survived.
Well, that's a good thing.
And I got a bunch of stuff.
And did you attend the public days or did you skip them altogether?
I actually did attend the public days because I found the N95 mask, and once I figured out how the layout was, I was sitting behind the castle, so there was no one that could get near me. Like I was easily 10 feet away from most people.
Okay.
So with that and with the N95 mask on, I was feeling fairly confident everything would be good. Brick Snaps has joined us. Castle
Hey, Martin.
for the record, Martin's the one that selected me as a staff pick. So
Hi, Rick Snaps.
he might be a little bit, a little bit, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Biased,
yes. Calling me the Castle champion. But yeah, it was a fun show. It was great to meet all the Tons of Fun crew, all the Old Gray Bricks crew. Yeah, and Samir was talking about express PCR tests. Yeah, that's what they were saying. If I had to go back across the border, like if I had to go back into
Michigan,
then I would have they would have sent me to an express test place so I could get out within a few hours, for sure. Joint consensus between the people. Okay, well, I voted for my own castle. I gotta
so
share
you
a
should.
because Martin, I have to say, Martin had some beautiful work in his stuff, like he always does. Beautiful work in his stuff. That just didn't sound right. Let me just find this picture as we're talking here. And I fell in love with some of the trees Martin made. And yes, I know it's not really all about the trees, but it was.
But trees are a hassle.
Trees are awesome.
Trees are a hassle. Oh, here it is. Let me just throw this up on the screen.
That's a saying we have here over in Quebec, because
look at this tree.
Yeah, you have to transport that. That's the problem.
That wasn't real.
Because
but
that tree didn't come with the castle. You must have rebuilt it.
Well, I doesn't matter. I just think it's a beautiful looking tree. Now,
yeah, it's great.
Martin, I don't know what that is. First I thought it was an elastic band or something, but that might just be Lego band, or is that like a piece of metal? I don't know. But it was visible, so I'm assuming it's Lego. Otherwise, shame.
No shame.
But yeah, it was fun, and it was great to see everybody's creations as well. I got to see the Julian's Big Pink Castle and all of Chris's mocks and stuff as well. Some host pieces, okay. And of course Martin's stuff. We've all seen that before online. No, it's joking. Yeah. But yeah, to see him setting up the Syndros, the long hair Rapunzel's. No, not Rapunzel. Who's the girl with long hair again?
Rapunzel.
Yeah, Rapunzel's tower. I did get it right. Brickham's Den is in the chat. Hey, Brickham. Hey, Rick. So yeah, Eric. But it was funny because I arrived there the Wednesday night. I unloaded my bins. I saw that some of my bins were slightly destroyed. I went there the next morning and spent the entire day rebuilding castle pieces, and it was more a little bit. How can I say it? It was more than a little bit destroyed. I had like four. I had about 8 bins that needed repairs.
So we had a debate in our private chat about
Yeah.
how how those towers got destroyed. Do you think it was the bin moving around in the trailer, or
Yeah.
the actual towers moving around inside the bin?
Well, so I repacked. Well, when we came back, I repacked it slightly different, and I put some of the looser items. Like I packed it tighter. Like originally when I went, I was like, oh, I got lots of bins and I've got lots of room in the trailer, so I'll pack it kind of loose. So I didn't have extra minifig bags and stuff within the things to keep it together, like to keep things from moving. So it was definitely a bit of moving around. The back 3 feet of the trailer is past the wheel line, like behind the wheel. That gets the most bouncing. So that stuff all crumbled as well. So I don't know how to fix that other than not put anything back there. But
well, you could anchor down the you should actually anchor down the bins
except
with some straps.
I don't have any anchor points inside the trailer. It doesesn't come with anything. So yeah, well, that kind
of
sense.
You could screw some in, and
all that building took my mind off my face, though, right? Yeah, this is true. This is true. But yeah, it's basically I spent the first Thursday building parts of the castle. By Thursday night, I had basically what we've seen before, where it was like just the castle base was there and all the lower towers were in, like the first level of towers were in. So I was feeling good. I come in the next day, that would have been Friday, and Martin shows up like halfway through the day, all leisurely walking in with hundreds of bins, like big bins, really well packed, and he's done setting up before I'm even done setting up the castle. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, and he has an entire table. Like he's got like 4 tables, 5 tables. He's got he had a section. There was a section called Bricks Nets.
Okay.
And let's just see. Do I actually have a picture of that? Let me just see. I remember taking a picture of it for my sister at some point because I was giving her a tour. Oh, that's takedown. But anyways, yeah. So I was like, how does he do it? Here it is. Pull this up. Whoops, wrong one. Pull this up. So like this is one half of his, and it goes all the way to here. So it's like a couple of tables. Oh, Tiana's Palace. He's got like a farm, a Star Wars trench run, because got more trees, and then it's over his castle section. Whoops. So, but I mean, he had so there you can see the other half. So he had a huge section, and that's a lot of mocks. And it was set up before I even got to finish mine. I was putting the last figs in Saturday morning. But I mean, it worked out well. I mean, I managed to get my Royal York Hotel up as well, and the Union Station, and the space base was completely destroyed. I pulled it out of the box and basically put it right back in. It just was.
Oh, sorry, Debbie.
Well, I had to put lighting in it too, and it was just like I don't have time. It was funny because I pulled it out, and as I was pulling it out, they did the lights out. So I'm like, well, I guess I don't need to put lights in it now. So, did I meet the Cajun Yeti? Yes, I believe I did. I am going to YouTube him in a little bit to see who he is, but I believe I did meet him. My sister was following him as well, was following some of his stuff, and based on what she said, I'm pretty sure I did talk to him. So, but yeah, like I said, lots of people came up. I met Jude was there. Setaburn, I think his name is, from Old Gray Bricks was there. Like some of the people in the chat popped
and
in.
Bandit or so. I saw him. And
Who?
Bandit.
And Bandit, yeah, and Bandit was there. Yeah, we talked for a while. Yeah, that's what I just said. But anyway, so yeah,
I love the pictures.
What was that, Dave?
I love the pictures. I thought it looked like a really cool show.
Yeah, I still have to post more, but personally, the lights out was amazing. There was one display that is absolutely gorgeous. It was like a futuristic city, and it was all
the cyberpunk city.
Cyberpunk, yeah, it was gorgeous. I was like, wow. And I mean, it constantly had a crowd around it when it was dark. So, but everybody was standing like 20 feet away from it just because you had to take it all in that way.
Yeah.
But it was
lots of details, lots of
yeah
lights, and
so What did you guys do when I was away?
Nothing. Waiting for you to come home.
We were encouraging you. We were following you.
I think that's BS.
No,
Did
I think
not.
it's pretty apt,
Dave
actually.
did a couple of videos.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
short
have time
one.
to.
But
I did,
short one.
yeah, but I didn't have time to watch them all. I think I'm 2 or 3 behind right now.
That's okay.
I'm 2 weeks behind on YouTube, so
It's,
you know.
they're
Oh,
not
I did.
going anywhere.
I did get a big box.
Ooh, what's in the box?
I don't know.
How do you not know?
Well, I think I know, but
Well, are
I
you
haven't. I just got it like we were eating supper and the bell rang and I had this big box delivered from FedEx.
Are you
And-
gonna open it?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it right now, live.
The one benefit
Live.
of being in Detroit last night was I got a big box too.
Yeah, that's what
But
Come here.
that was a fluke because they're sold out online, and I wasn't supposed to get that, so I wasn't planning to buy that. Ooh, the space shuttle.
Whoosh.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Thank you,
Christmas
Mom.
gift.
Mom and Dad. Hey, Dad, if
Well-
you're watching this, come on, man.
Exactly.
They gave me some money for Christmas. And
Yeah,
that's part of it. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
and
Awesome.
I got the gift with purchase. The Year of the Tiger.
And then that Jeff guy said,
Hail to thee.
"Hello, Jeff."
Hail to thee, just Jeff.
How you
How are
guys doing?
Hey, there's a handsome young man.
What's up, everybody?
Not much. We're just talking about the funness that happened, and Dave
The
was just
wonder
talking
that was the show.
the wonder that was the show. Yes, and the wonder that I got across the border.
Well, you met some nice Canadian Border Patrol men. They
Yeah.
let you-
I was hoping to see you on that TV show, that Border Security.
I didn't even know that show.
And here we
existed.
are at the Queenston Lewiston Bridge, where this kid says he has a whole bunch of Lego in the back of his van. We're gonna have to tear everything apart to find contraband.
That was
and
someone else, though.
he doesn't have the results of his COVID test.
Yeah, that was someone else though, because I came across Detroit, so you know.
That's
That's-
funny as hell. I could just see that happen. This man has spent 3 days in America. We know he's ready to come home because he was in America. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 restrictions,
Yeah.
his
I
journey
mean,
through
seriously,
hell does
that's
not
my
end
one
here.
fear, that if I do a show in the States and I'm gonna cross the border and they're gonna look at all those big wooden boxes in the back of my van, they're gonna want to rip them all apart to see if there's any contraband inside the layout.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't do that. I mean, when I did cross the border originally, the guy thought I was selling stuff. So that's why they pulled me over in the first place, or put me into the first
Yeah.
place. But I was fairly surprised that they saw the back of the van and went, or the back of the trailer and went, oh, okay. So I guess I just don't look suspicious enough. I'll have to work harder.
You don't look like a Russian mafia dude, Jeff.
Yeah, I was wearing a tracksuit. That's true. So yeah, Dave Cowder said he's apparently done nothing for the past week.
I don't blame him.
Hard to believe because he's, always been building moon-based corridors.
Moon-based corridors.
Ooh, so he has done something.
If I ever get to Brickle with Mr. St. Cyr over here, I'm gonna have to have a way of connecting this layout to his.
Yeah.
This,
Jeff,
Non-Canadian
layout
Dave.
to his layout.
Non-Canadian.
Non-French Canadian Dave.
Not
Don't let
French
Van
Canadian.
Winden steal your T-shirt. He's got your T-shirt.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, I have to get it to you after quarantine.
Whatever.
So
Make sure you cough and do it a lot.
yeah, well, if I have it, sure.
Get
Uh-oh.
lots of American germs in there.
Yeah. Well,
That's
why
right.
didn't I just wipe my my pretend booger here? Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just wipe my pretend scabby booger on it. So
There you go.
yeah, it did help that the majority of my bins were see-through, but I did have like 5 big black ones in the back,
Yeah.
So, but But yeah, coincidentally, all the see-through ones, all the lids, most of the lids pretty much snapped. Sandy!
Hi.
Hey everybody, it's Sandy. Sandy did not expect to be on the screen tonight.
I did not. I
Oh, by the way,
forgot.
honey, we're live.
You got home safe and sound, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to do a PCR mail-in test probably tomorrow morning. So
Okay,
because I didn't get the results of mine. Awesome.
got it. Always something.
Always something. So
Have fun.
will do.
Hi, Sandy.
She probably was coming to tell you something, Dave.
She told me
Oh, did she? Wow.
she loves me.
Oh,
That's it?
What else is there to say?
are you sure? Anyway,
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe she
I
had
wouldn't
something
have-
to ask. So
I
she
wouldn't have married her
started
if I
with
didn't.
"I love you, Dave," and
Yeah.
and now she didn't bother asking you. So
I yesterday when I was waiting in Detroit for to go to bed for 6 hours. Ooh, superhero just flew by. I started watching American TV, and I have to say, American commercials are horrific. Like we have commercials for products like toilet paper and other things.
I like American commercials. They start talking about the drugs and the side effects of the drugs because we don't say that in Canada.
Side effects could be death.
Could
And
be
they're
death.
saying that's,
Why buy this? It could be death. That's great.
And the funniest thing I heard in the side effects was, if you're allergic to this product, don't take it. But how are you going to know if you're allergic to that product unless you take it? It's like, I was like, oh my god. But yeah, it was that, and what was the other commercial that I kept on seeing? It was drugs and something else.
cars.
No,
Drugs?
not cars. No, it wasn't. It was just
Lawyers.
like,
There's a ton of lawyer commercials.
no, it wasn't lawyers either. I don't know. It'll come to me shortly, but
Was it about erectile dysfunction and how many men suffer from it, but
Well,
not the
there was-
ladies with it?
yeah, but I still consider that one of the drug ones. But
Oh, okay.
keeps commercials, hair loss commercials for sure. But yeah, it was
not
just,
only am I a client, but I'm the president. No, not only am I a president, but I'm the client. That guy.
Hair Club for Men. No, it wasn't. It was this one was.
Well, he's
Keeps.
done.
Yeah, it was-
I don't think that exists anymore. Hair club for men. I have no idea. I wear a hat, so I don't have to worry about it. The ever receding hairline.
oh, Mr. Bruiser. Here it is.
I found my deckhand Smitty. I've been missing him for a while.
Yay!
Yay!
So he may make a return and
He
appear in
might.
videos again.
I don't know yet.
Cool.
I'm not in my bedroom. Like I'm in,
Yeah, I was noticing it was a different
I'm in
room.
my secondary building area. It's a mess.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you had a secondary building area.
AKA my living room.
Okay, fair enough. All right, and you're building stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jeff got the building bug after visiting Brick Fair, right?
I read that just
You
recently.
did.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
This is sitting in pieces, and this is not the set. This is my version of the set. So
Okay.
I fixed it. I put it together.
Mhm.
Just like little things that are sitting around, and I'm like, man, I can take the 2 seconds to do something with this rather than just stare at it. So
Cool.
Yeah.
also I found
Yeah.
this little guy.
Ooh.
Oh, is that the one for the book?
Hey, that's cute. Is that the
I
book?
saw it in the book, but I don't have the book.
So you
Oh,
did
so
it
you
from
just-
scratch. That's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah. Cool.
It's got a frog on the front of it. So, yeah.
Well, frogs are important. I mean,
Frogs are important.
come on, every classic spaceship should have a hood ornament.
I found some bat signals.
Hold on a minute.
Batman.
Batman.
Is it Paul more? No, he's not. Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I decided to not do anything tonight Lego wise, even though that we're in a chat, so I guess that's Lego wise. But
Yeah.
I might do something tomorrow. We'll see how things go.
Well, you can't go to work.
Well, did you get?
Yes, I can.
Because every time I go to a show, Jeff, I always get like just Jeff. I get the building bug.
Yeah.
You come back home and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna modify this." Did you get the building bug while you were there?
What were you doing, Jeff? What is that?
Can't hear you.
Which Jeff were you asking, me or this Jeff?
You,
I was fixing my mic.
Oh, perfect.
you, Jeff.
It was all static for a second when you were doing that. Did I get the building bug? Yes, but then I realized when I got home I had to build the castle again. But
Is it?
yeah,
Is it again torn apart, or
oh yeah,
did
for
it,
sure.
did it
Like,
survive? Did it survive better than?
it may have survived better, but there's still definitely a few bins that have crumbled. And I need to basically rebuild the structures of the interior of the the interior of the towers, because I just use stacks of 1x2 brick on the inside, and I think I need to up that to 2x2 or 2x3 just to strengthen it up, just so there's more studs holding. So I may bring Dave a t-shirt and grab a bin of brick again. But yeah, we'll see. I have the building bug. Yes, I actually bought a couple of pick and brick cups with dark blue pieces, orange pieces, yellow, the medium yellow pieces. I'm just reaching for something, because I was thinking of building with this, so I grabbed some of those parts and pick a brick because I saw some. So I do have something. I like if I'm going to Portland, I need to build something that can fit in a suitcase. So
There is that.
yeah. So I do think I need to build something. But we had some ideas when we were hanging out Sunday night afterwards in the condo, or in the bed and breakfast on Sunday night, and we were talking about stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I have so many good ideas to build, and of course I forgot them now because that was 3 days ago. But,
You didn't take notes?
no, I didn't take notes. Thanks for keeping Jeff company, Jeff.
I think that was like my favorite part of the con was not the con. It was when all four of us were still there, and like we sat down that first night and we just shot the shit,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That's always for me. That's always the best part of any cons. Just sitting and talking with people that you either met online or you talk online most of the time. That's
that, and we're all gauging, will this person kill me in my sleep? I hope not. So it's good to have that conversation and get a read on people.
I did discover the doors have locks though that night. No, I'm just joking. Well, it is funny though, because when I closed the door, because it was really old doorknobs in this house, and when I closed the door, I did actually lock it, and I didn't need to because I pushed the little button beside the doorknob. I'm like, oh, they have locks, and I'm like, I don't need to lock it, but oh, they have locks. It was more for the bathroom that was something important to remember, because you don't want someone walking in thinking there's something. So, Yvonne, you do not feel another gray brick order coming in the near future. No, you do not. There is no gray brick orders.
There's no more gray brick left.
There's no more gray brick left. Yes, this is true. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to work on next. I mean, yeah, that spaceship is in my plans. Rebuilding the classic space module as well and throwing the lights in and stuff.
Hey, can I suggest something silly that you might not have thought about before?
Sure.
So you know how like every police set has like a mobile command center or whatever?
Yeah.
Could you do that with a spaceship? Like have the front half or like the front section of it be able to disconnect and like the other part fold out to like a base or something along those lines? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
I'm not sure what scale this ship was going to be yet either, though. Like I haven't figured out if this is going to be a micro scale or minifig scale, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
minifig. You should go minifig scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that should be an engine.
Well, yeah, that's what I was originally thinking, or the side of the ship or something. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's going to take some playing with it. Like I said, I got some of the longer. Why is my camera doing that? There we go. I got some of the longer 1x10 curve slopes, like the longer curved ones. I got a bunch of those in dark blue and some shorter dark blue bits. So yeah, I spent too much money when I was there. Like this whole thing is Lego bins. Oh,
that's okay.
Yeah, we all spent a little too much
It's
money
empty.
while we were there.
And I got this.
Oh, you got a pink bucket, so now
Yeah,
you're a
pink
pink
bucket.
bucket nation.
Yeah, which was cool. So, yeah. And a couple of sig figs here. I got Howie's sig fig, which I haven't actually built yet. And Brick Snaps left his fig on my display, and Don, who came with Jeff, was helping me take the castle down on that night. And basically, I told him just take all the figs and throw them into a bag. So Brick Snaps, Martin's figure is somewhere in those bags. So I'll have to track that down later. We also discovered that there was a, and I don't know where it went. Hold on. Oh yeah, there was also because I guess anybody that Beyond the Brick interviews, I believe, also gets a like a favorite brick, I believe. So I found that, like Don found that as he was taking stuff off. I'm like, oh cool. So, but and the coolest thing of all, just because it's an old gray brick, is the old gray brick.
Cool.
Old gray brick. I thought that was pretty sweet. So
That's awesome.
it was. I enjoyed that. It was fun to get. So he had limited quantity of them because he didn't have enough old gray bricks to do it in. But because I was far enough away, he's like, "Here, Jeff." Well, Axel's in the chat now.
Hey, Axel.
Hey, Axel.
Did you tell them about our awesome dining experience?
Our awesome dining experience. Oh, the
Yeah.
burger experience.
Yeah, Mudcraft or whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah. We one night we went out. There was Jeff, Don, myself, Maddie,
The crew.
Julian, the crew. It was a bunch of us were there, and we were sitting at the table. And Julian, this hamburger joint has a challenge that if you eat a burger like this tall in 12 minutes, including all the fixings, you get it. You get a T-shirt. You get and you get your meal for free. And there was something else too. I forgot what the other thing was. So he's like, I'm going to do it. And Jeff ended up ordering the same burger, but he wasn't doing the challenge. And we discovered, Jeff told us, that he's got an allergy to onions. So he basically asked for the burger with nothing on it. And the burger had onions and lettuce, tomato, all that crap. And on the top it had an onion ring and I think it was fried pickles or something. I forget what the thing was on the top. But anyways, they brought Julian's burger out, and the lady came up and asked, and while Jeff was outside for a few minutes, the lady came up and asked, was it no onions on that burger? And we were like, yeah, no onions at all. And she's like, okay. So she comes back, and they brought the burger, and the first thing was on top. Jeff hadn't even come back yet. There was an onion ring on top. It was like no onions.
No onions. No
onions. I don't know what sign, but so I went back, and I guess what happened was the kitchen staff thought that he was doing the challenge as well. And the challenge states you can only take one item off of a burger if you're allergic to it or whatever. And the rest you have to eat. Otherwise, I want the burger without the meat, or I want the burger without, it was kind of cheating. But he wasn't doing the challenge. So then they bring the burger out without the onion ring on top and no onions inside, but all the lettuce, tomato, and everything else. And Jeff's like, no, that's not what I wanted. So he ended up reneging on the burger and choosing not to have it, and just ate the wings that he had. But it was like, really? And then the next night we went there again. Was it the next night or 2 nights later?
Yeah, it was the next night.
It was the next night. Just because I would like within walking distance of the convention center, right? There's only a few restaurants.
So did Julian actually did
No.
it? Did he eat the whole thing in 12 minutes?
No, he did not. He ate all the meat in 12 minutes. But they purposely, well, I don't know if they purposely make the burgers dry, but the burgers were fairly dry. So I mean, it's if the burgers were greasy, then yeah, you would probably been able to swallow it down a lot easier. But it was like even me taking a bite out of my burger, it was like, okay, this is taking a little bit more chewy to get it small enough so it can slide down without killing me. But yeah,
it was like those burgers we had at Muya's or whatever.
Oh yeah,
At that other place we went to.
Yeah. That the next day we went for lunch. Like Jeff we all got in Jeff's car and he just drove randomly to a restaurant that he thought would work, and it was a burger shop as well. And the burgers were so much better. Actually, the whole meal was a lot better. But anyways,
it was.
But yeah, it was fun. I like considering that, I had real fried chicken, like real American fried, Southern fried chicken, I guess you could say, without so that was pretty cool. We had that for a couple of nights as well, and stuff. So, but yeah, excuse me, sorry.
It was fun. It was over way too fast.
It was, yeah. And we all had Fest Drop afterwards. I renamed it from Fet Drop, which is what we used to have for Quick Fet. But the Monday it was like Fest Drop. It was like, ugh. Now we're all on our way home. Oh yeah. And the Americans, the guys in the South. If you're still listening, Chris, I'm sorry. But the guys in the South were freaking out about the snowfall that was coming in Alabama or in Atlanta. They probably had a dusting of snow. But in Atlanta, for the record, in Atlanta, they have no snow plows, they have no salters, they have no way to spray calcium on the roads to stop it from icing and stuff. They had rained all day, and then it was changing to snow, and it was getting cold. So I could see the freak out a bit, but every time they said, "Oh my God, we're getting snow! It's 100% chance of snow," and I'm like, "You realize that if one snowflake falls from the sky, then they are accurate that was 100% snow." And they're like, "Yeah."
Meanwhile, me and Don, who lived on the East Coast and learned to drive on the East Coast, like in New York and New Jersey and all those places, were like, it's just snow. Like, just go. Like, what's the problem here?
Yeah. It was funny. And I mean, they did get snow because when I was driving north from Atlanta Brick Company, I did see some snow dusting in the trees. Yeah, snow dusting in the trees. I agreed. So they did get some, and I guess it was also Martin Luther King weekend on the Monday, so everybody had off. So most people just stayed in town one more night and drove back the next day just to be safe. But yeah, we went to Atlanta Brick Company as well, and because they were at the show, and we kind of met the guys there, and Jeff had to sell some stuff to them, so he asked if I wanted to come, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So it was a couple hours out of the way for me, but
did you end up buying anything?
I did. I actually, don't tell. Dave's muted, so he can't hear us, right? Yeah, okay. Dave had sent us. Dave had given me a box of boxes, like classic boxes, and I had brought that with me because I knew Atlanta Brick Company was going to be there, and I ended up bringing it with me to their shop, and they gave me some store credit for it. And I had asked Dave what he wants, and I kind of got the meh type of thing. I looked for classic space sets, and they had like one tiny classic space set in a little box. What?
No classic space sets?
They had barely any
what
space
kind
sets.
Of gin joint is this?
Well, obviously they don't have a lot of people that aren't collecting space. But I mean, I ended up looking around, and I could not find much that I really like. I must have
that I would be interested in. Got it.
Well, and that you would be interested in too. So what I ended up doing was I saw one of the Harry Potter mosaics, and they had the the Lego art things. They had the Harry Potter one, and they had the I want to say the Shirley Temple, but that's not the right words. What's the
Marilyn Monroe?
The Andy Warhol one, and they had something else there too. I forgot what the other one was. Oh, the Mickey and Minnie one, and my sister had just said previously that she wanted to do some mosaics. So I'm like, idea. So I got on the phone with her, and I ended up getting the Harry Potter one because that seemed to have the best colors, and got that for her. And then she's like, oh, wait, no, you know what I really want? I want some basic brick. So we found a Crater box that could work. And I bought that for her too because store credit. And then I did buy one set for Dave. Yeah. But I ended up spending about $60. So when I was there, plus
that's pretty good store credit.
Well, I had it was
$60 plus store.
It was like 150 store credit, Dave. So
it was like 200.
Like, hey Dave, I got those boxes.
Like $250 store credit.
So, okay, it was 150 store credit from the boxes, Dave.
Okay.
And it was Jeff had lent me 100 store credit because he had some too.
Oh,
so I owe him store credit. I don't know how I'm going to pay that back. I don't know what that means.
Horse hammer. But those boxes came off a used lot on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And they said only the boxes. There's no Lego, and they wanted 50, and it was sitting there for a marketplace for a long time, and they're just over here in whatever Ancaster. So I talked to them, and I said, "You want to get rid of these things? I'll come over with $40 in my hand." And they said, "It's only the boxes." Sure, whatever. And there was like dozens of them, like lots of classic space, lots of town, lots of castle, whatever. Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I get over there and I grab they had 2 big cardboard boxes full of these Lego boxes.
Yeah.
A big one and a medium-sized one. And I take them home, and the Robot Command Center box had all the pieces for the Robot Command Center in it.
Okay, so it made it worth it right there.
And a few other boxes, smaller boxes, had the actual classic space sets in it. And I think there was one small castle set that got sorted. So that was a score for me. But I don't care about boxes.
Okay, because I was going to say, I'll pay you back the $40, Dave, if you want.
Oh, the Harry Potter minifigs are great.
Or Dave, I'll give you store credit in my store. How about that?
Do you have classic space?
No. Why would I sell stuff that I want?
So I was on Marketplace this week, and somebody was selling one of these for $300, and I'm going, it's not complete. She's writing the instructions. It's not complete. And I said, if you go on Bricklink right now, it's $220 for the cheapest complete set. And she goes, well, it's in Portugal. I don't care, lady. If I want one of these things complete, I go on Bricklink and I order it for $220.
Cheaper.
And especially that set, because it had all these unique or rare parts in it. Don't buy it incomplete. Just buy it.
So
you're gonna spend more trying to find those hard to find pieces.
I said to her that I'm interested, but I already have X number of copies. I won't say on this site how many copies of that set I have. But I said I already have. I'm a collector and I do shows. So if you want it gone now, I'll pay you a lot cheaper for it. If you want to keep it on Marketplace for $300, knock yourself out.
Yeah. And unfortunately, on my way back, I didn't get back through Louisville because I was going to buy this one.
Yeah, the 924.
Yeah, I thought
$60.
Yeah. I was planning to buy that one, and then because plans changed, I didn't end up going back that direction. So I ended up buying.
And I think I've seen other people post pictures of those, and like the pieces are mint.
Yeah, for sure.
You should have bought it. You should have bought it.
I should have bought it, but I didn't really think about it at that point.
Shoulda, coulda.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Pretty much. So
Don and I stopped in at a Bricks and Minifigures in Tennessee because I was like, hey, it's on the way to the hotel.
Yeah.
Why don't we go there? And like, it sucked. Like,
really,
there was nothing good to talk about. Like, I bought, I still bought something, just, I bought Tonto and the Lone Ranger, like, minifigures. And I was like, okay. But, Don, of course, found something. So Don made out like a bandit. And I'm just like, yep.
Great. I like how Jeff's wearing my t-shirt.
I'm not. Okay, if I'm wearing your t-shirt, then I hope I'm wearing your t-shirt because it's a lot smaller than mine was. Let's put it that way. And you wouldn't want to see me wearing your t-shirt, Dave.
Or would we?
You are wearing the Resolve shirt. I didn't just now notice. Holy shit!
We're gonna do a show when I get my shirt. We're all gonna wear the same t-shirt.
Well, those of us that ordered it.
We're gonna wear the Jeff McElwee's t-shirt.
Okay.
You mean
expect Resolve builds once the comic hits, by the way, boys.
It's all good.
Anyways, shall we do some...
I built Thor's hammer out of classic space parts.
There you go.
There you go.
Because I'm worthy. I can.
Thor's hammer or Bob the Builder's hammer?
Thor's, because I'm worthy. I can hold it. See?
Okay, fair enough.
Bob the Builder's hammer.
Shall we do some news?
Oh.
Is there any news besides you getting home?
Jeffy's home. That's news.
So Dave just left us. Apparently, I'm old. I'm not turning another year older until less than a month away. But I'm not that close yet.
Oh, it's almost your birthday?
No, it's in a month.
Oh yeah, I know. It's almost your birthday. I wish I would have done that.
I think Shane McQueen's here. I didn't say hi. Sorry. Hi, Shane McQueen.
Yeah. Still digging out from the storm we had.
I'm trying to read the I was building, so I'm sorry. I'm neglecting the texting.
You are. You're fired, dude.
Cat.
Anyway,
Cat.
Get a
News.
mute for- I couldn't find the mute button in time. Oops, that's just weird. So, I guess the biggest news for the week that while we were away was that the Globe set has finally dropped,
The Globe.
which is $269 Canadian, 199 American. For the record, anybody in the States?
Salada mula.
Yeah, but if you're in the States, 199 American is only 250 Canadian. So if you're in the States and you want to buy a set that's in that price range, it's cheaper to buy it there.
Yep.
I don't know how I know that, but it's true. That's why I bought the set. It was like it would save me $20 plus like 7% tax.
Oh, Jeff,
like
you
that.
did the modular?
I ended up buying the modular.
Oh boy.
I was in
Because
Detroit.
it
I was
just
stuck
got
there.
dangerous.
It got dangerous. Anyway, so yeah, 2,500 or 2,585 parts. I'm looking forward to seeing this in person. I know Martin Brick Snaps was able to build it in the past couple of days in some live streams. The glow and I never actually opened this link right up. There's some better pictures. All the names of the countries glow in the dark, or of the continents glow in the dark, which is kind of neat. And it has a shout out somewhere on here to the ship in the bottle on the other side somewhere in one of the oceans.
Oh,
that's one of my favorite idea sets.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. What did you say, Jeff?
Oh, to Jake. Jake? He made the ship in the bottle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, if you like, I think that would be a nice piece just to have in your living room, right? Like it's.
Yeah.
That's where my ship in a bottle is. It's not actually on the mantle.
It's going. If you have it on your desk, it's just going to collect dust.
Yes. Well, but it can spin, so if you spin it really quickly, then it won't collect dust for a while.
That's not how that. Okay.
Redistribute them. That is how it works. That's how it works. Trust me. I know. Available February 1st at Lego.com. They also released this week where more of the January sets became available. So specifically the Star Wars ones, the high-speed train, and the sunflowers. So I ended up grabbing the again Detroit. Detroit must have just gotten a Lego order in.
Yeah, and actually a lot of sets became available the day after we last streamed.
Yeah, January 10th. Yeah, all the Chinese New Year's sets became available and stuff as well.
That's how I get this set.
Yeah.
It was
and
again on
I think if we pull up our stats in a little bit, we'll see that as well.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I should just quickly get that set up. Anyways, there it is. Let's see what else we got here. So yeah, it's the high-speed train, the Sunflowers, Clone Troopers, and the Ahsoka Tano Brickhead became available. Lego now has in their rewards center, if you have VIP points, that's more directed towards my sister because she was asking about what VIP points were. You can use them to redeem. Actually, you don't need any points to redeem any of these. There's a bunch of the ship in the alternate instructions for doing some of the modulars, or not the modulars, the art. Yeah. So if you have the Harry Potter set, you can do one of these three instead of doing one of the actual ones or the different Mickey and Minnies. The world map has Europe or Denmark, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
I thought that was kind of a neat idea. I think that's world map, Disney's Mickey Mouse and Harry Potter. So yeah, I haven't seen over the weekend. I was looking for the Iron Man and the Star Wars ones, and they're nowhere to be seen. Every place is sold out with them, so I'm assuming those are now gone. I'd assume. Again, Sunflowers and High Speed Train are available now. We already mentioned
the train. No one wants.
Yeah. The Globe again. I'm just going to see if the ship in the bottle ship is shown here. Build. So basically, the basketball set. Do they even show the glowing? They don't even show the glowing. Fine. Make me alive. Okay, so apparently I'm just doubling up on the news to make it look like there's more. Because I did it over 2 periods of time. Really? Okay, I'm just going to bypass that one.
Yeah, the
this
toilet
one's
got 10,000.
Yeah, this one I was going to say this one's kind of crappy, but then I got interrupted. Yeah, Lego ideas.
Well,
10,000 supporters for the toilet, which I have to say is quite humorous. Let's not find out if it's a working toilet, though. That's all I can say.
it gives me hope for a resurgence of Bonktron.
So yeah, we were talking about some sets are retiring a while back, and some of the retiring sets have been stocked in the past few days. Looks like Lego finally got some more sets in stock of stuff, but basically the Stranger Things set, the James Bond Aston Martin, the dinosaur fossils, the ship in the bottle have all been restocked, but these are also retiring sets, so they will be eventually retired.
Completely gone.
Yeah. And as a reminder, you can get the Year of the Tiger set if you spend $85 or more US. I think it's like 100 Canadian, something like that. I'm not going to pull out my 2 because I'm not going to be that person, Mr. David. Dave managed to get one, obviously.
Oh, the other David.
Well, okay, Dave, have you bought a set this month? No.
Oh wait, I got the Ferrari.
Yes,
have you bought a set at Lego?
From Lego.
This month?
Oh no, not from Lego. Are you kidding? I have a budget.
Yeah, no, you don't. Anyways, so the last week we'd heard news that the New York Toy Fair was canceled. Now the Nuremberg Toy Fair in Germany has also been canceled for the year. So again, COVID-related stuff, obviously. So we won't get any exclusive peeks at sets at those events, which is usually what happens.
Yeah, Joe Mino always goes and takes some really good pictures.
Yeah, the New York one for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm a little disappointed about that. Joe can't go this year.
Apparently the AT-AT is back in stock, but it's not.
No, it was back in stock on Thursday,
but it's not.
But it lasted like a few hours, and
Probably,
then it was
yes.
all gone.
I'm just trying to see if there is a little update that it's sold out. Boutique Hotel, Harry Potter Hogwarts, Star Wars UCS Group. The gunship's still available. The AT-AT's sold out though. And the last I checked, when I saw the Boutique Hotel at the store, I quickly looked it up on Shop at Home, and it was sold out at that point too. So, okay, next up. So apparently there's a book publisher called Amit. And their catalog reveals that there's going to be new Lego Galactic mission book themes, which come with a couple of figures. Like this is a spacey type one. It's got a couple of figures, but when I was looking at the pictures here, they don't show those figures. So I'm assuming there's a couple of different books, because these guys do not look like these purpley green dudes up here.
Nope.
So I'm not sure what's going on, but they're basically like the Brick Masters books that we had in the past, where it's a bunch of parts. At least from what I can gather, it's similar to, you get a bunch of parts in a book, and then there's building ideas within the book that you can use those parts towards. So that pretty much wraps up the news. There's 55 sets that have not been released for 2020. The Globe has been added to this list. I don't know that I've seen this Easter Bunny before, so that one might be a little new. Seasonal. I think that was all when I had a quick look earlier.
Oh, last Wednesday we were talking about the parts that came out, the new parts.
Yeah.
And I found out that the City Space team sets are actually out. I've seen some online.
So the parts are out, or the
sets are out. So that's why the parts. That's why the parts were added to the parts.
Oh, see, because and they're not listed here. Let me just 60348. I'm assuming this is the next number down.
Also, get those Ice Planet torsos while you can, boys.
Yeah, Jeff managed to order some. last week, right,
Yep.
Jeff?
Yeah, it was
What's this?
it was a pain in the ass. But yeah.
Why was it a pain?
No, just the website. It's garbage on your
Oh.
phone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, on the phone.
Lunar Research Base. Let's just see what the.
Because I've seen someone posting pictures of the lunar research base.
Yeah,
He
but
actually built it, and
well, they could have been someone that got it ahead of time, like a certified Lego media person thingy. For lack
I
of
don't think so.
because it doesn't say it's actually available yet. Availability retail, and here it's like launch date, exit date. It says January 1st, but it doesn't say. Usually, it would say.
Because I think it's out in some European countries.
Yeah, I don't know. Because last week we were talking to Axel, and he said they wasn't available on the shop at home in Holland yet. So anyway, it could be available. Who knows? It would explain why they are being shown on the site for parts wise.
Yep. And in other news, I actually got news about the bricks and pieces orders.
Yeah.
So apparently, all processing time are ridiculously long right now.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. There were additional restrictions in Denmark
okay.
and in Poland.
Yeah.
So right now, if you made a bricks and pieces order, it might take like more than the 22 days. It's 22 working days.
Okay.
It says on the website right now. But I actually got a charge on my credit card today. So I'm guessing my order is probably going to be shipped in the next, about to ship.
Yeah, well, that's good. And then it'll be stuck on a boat or a plane for the next 2 or 3 weeks as well.
Yeah.
So
I might get it in March.
Get it in March. Yeah. Just in time for our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
Oh, geez. Okay, hold on. I did open up the Excel spreadsheet here. Let me move this guy over.
So Jeff gets a C, and just Jeff gets a B.
Why are we getting letters?
Look at the screen. You're right next to the C.
Oh,
so just Jeff has a better grade than you right now.
Jeff's having 3 or 4 bricks and pieces orders that are very slow right now. Don't recall when the orders, but got one receipt today in my email as well. Yeah, so they're probably starting to ship some of them out.
Yep.
And these are orders from early December, from what I remember too, right?
Yeah, December 9th. No, December 6th for me.
Yeah. So. Okay. All right. So last time on
Canadian Brick Builders.
Where's my insert button? This is a new keyboard, and I'm just gonna.
I'm just saying the production quality of these Ontario Canadian Brick Builders is going up.
Really?
Yeah.
After Dave just called it Ontario Brick Builders.
Well, I just got stuck. Somebody asked me.
No, I said Canadian Brick Builders.
Oh, the other Dave.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a slip of the tongue because I just answered somebody about what OBB CSL stands for. So I meant Canadian Brick Builders.
It's funny because my sister was reading your.
I think Dave is the only one still using the OBB acronym.
Well, that's the layout.
And the OBB name all by itself, because Ontario Brick Builders doesn't exist anymore, Dave.
Well, yeah, there's RTL Toronto, and yet I'm still spearheading that too. So I'm just saying I am the keeper of old defunct lugs.
Anyway, 323 sets available now. Wow, Lego.
Good
time.
Good
Coming
job.
soon, 18. And back ordered 13. So Lego is starting to get some stock. They've jumped to almost 23. Well, they've jumped 23% in stock. So obviously they got a shipment in.
Yeah.
I'm also noticing though that their number of sets has decreased. So they did discontinue some.
Yeah.
183 sets were discontinued or taken off the site. So they've reduced that. But I mean, even in general, from 117 to 323 is quite the it's not quite
Yeah,
double.
it's not perfect. We
No.
all agree on that, but it's a lot better than it was.
It's
than
something.
It was.
It's almost double the amount of
Yep.
sets available. So Lego is getting better. So maybe we stop doing this in the next couple of weeks. Maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of fun still to do because numbers are fun. Spreadsheets are fun.
Spreadsheets.
So
We love Excel.
on the live stream.
Not nearly as much as Visio, but we love Excel.
we do. So that's pretty much what we had for news. Other than, and I mean, for our topic tonight, it was basically kind of what we already did because it's, home sweet home and travel stories.
Jeff's travel stories, because somebody's interested in me driving back from Sudbury.
Well, I was interested. Was the weather
I'm
okay?
not.
Was it okay? An okay drive for you?
It was fine.
Okay.
It was the snow held off long enough for me to get home.
So there was some coming though, right?
It was 11 hours of driving today, there and back.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Yeah, I left at 4:00 this morning.
Well, that was like me from on my way down. That was the second day on my way down. Was almost that, I think. Anyway, but yeah.
But you had
But I
fun
mean-
at your destination. I had to roll up phones at mine. So.
Well, Jeff McElway, you guys drove on the way to Brick Fair, Alabama. You guys drove like 11 hours too, didn't you?
Yeah, it
Something
was
like
10 and a half hours straight.
10 and a half hours straight.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. It was
It was a marathon.
Well, how long
it
did it take
was
us to get to
something.
Brick World? That was 18 hours. That was 2 days. We did it over
Brick
weekend.
World's 10 hours, Dave, for us.
It was more than 10 because we had to stay at someplace with Josh.
Chicago's 10
Chicago.
hours.
Is it only 10 hours?
Google it, find it. But it's 10 hours. It's
I
like,
guess why we stayed at a hotel on the way there.
well, probably because you had a baby and you didn't want to
Yeah.
drive the whole time. But on the way back, you went the full way without
Oh,
staying.
yeah, we got stuck in Indiana for some reason. I can't remember why. We were stuck in Indiana for a minute.
Yeah, I don't remember why either. I have no recollection of why.
I have no recollection of that at all.
Just because someone forgot their passport
No, we forget.
at
We
the
don't know.
hotel, and
We
had to
don't
wait.
know why. We forgot.
Yeah, I forgot my passport at the hotel in Chicago when we were on our way back, and realized
Really?
when we were halfway through Indiana, I was like, "Oh crap!" So I don't. Did we just ended up driving back, and I just used my license to cross, right?
Yeah, you're. I think didn't Jen meet us there?
Well, I can't remember if
No,
she
no.
met us there or
You,
no.
you were able to cross at the border with
I
your
was,
license.
yeah, and then I just got my passport back from her afterwards because I left it in the safe in the hotel room. So Jen Wagner was still there, and she was able to pick it up and like have the security pick it up and bring it across the border for me, which I think technically is illegal to carry someone else's passport across. But anyway,
We won't tell anybody.
yeah.
It all worked out. In the
We
end.
won't tell anybody. We're just
We won't tell anybody.
streaming live.
It's a secret. All people watching this is a secret.
So, but the Lego Masters are pretty cool, by the way. The Ericksons. Did any of you guys watch Lego Masters?
Yes,
The last
did.
U.S.
I
last
did.
season.
I did.
So they were right beside me with my castle, and I thought they were
Oh, we lost Dave.
Dave. Yeah, Dave just did something. I believe they were. There you, Dave's putting. I'm not touching it. Dave can put himself back in because Dave put himself in timeout. But yeah, the Lego Masters were right beside me, and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, great! They're going to bring a castle that'll kick the butt out of mine." And they ended up bringing their like two of their creations as well, which were awesome. And I'm just going to pull the pictures up for them because I did save those. Where are my pictures? Here and here. Photos. Let's see if I can find the photos. Anyways, but they were really good, and like it was funny because every time someone walked up to the castle, let's just try and find to the castle. Oh wait, that's
The castle.
that's what I had to deal with. But and where are they? Sorry. N35 mask, Jeff. Oh, well, there's one of them. Not sure why I took his picture, but I did. Oh, my sister was wondering who was. Because my sister hasn't watched hasn't watched it, but
Spoiler: they won.
I didn't say anything. I just said the Lego Masters. That doesn't mean that they won. Where is it?
Well, if they're Lego Masters, that means they won.
So, try to remember who built who. Steven built the white guy, which was based on one of their creations for the last episode, and Mark built this red one. So this one had been displayed before, whereas the white, this white pine tree dude was but absolutely beautiful. But every time someone would walk up, they would see my castle right beside it, and they were kind of sitting in the gap between. Like there was a bit of space. Well, here you can see there's like chairs.
Space.
They were kind of staying here.
Space.
The space, yes. They were kind of standing here, so people would be like, "Oh my God, is this your castle?" And every time they'd be like, "No, it's his," and point back at me, and I'd be like, but they just assumed it was theirs because it was a huge castle, right? Yes, and for those of you not in the know, people, there is a little bit of invasion going on, where Chris Giddens dropped his time travel remake of one of the vehicles, time traveler vehicles. He dropped it into the layout on Sunday morning, and it sat there all day long. And then I ended up having a raiding party attack it. And I thought about it too late, but one of the thoughts I had was at the end of the show, I was debating I should have taken that model apart and just put a bunch of guys with battle axes like hacking at it. But I thought that would be just a little too much, and I don't know if Chris would have appreciated that.
Well, you could have taken a few pieces apart, and
yeah, for sure.
Chris would have appreciated that.
I think Chris would have loved it, but at the same time, he would have had to rebuild it. So and then one of the other guys that won one of the fan favorites was this kid here, and he also built a couple of models, and I thought. I'm just going to try and find it here. He built the white and blue Bionicle animal. This one here, he built that, which was nominated. So I thought that. I know it's absolutely beautiful, and I'd never seen this piece. It was on Beyond the Brick about a month or two ago, and I'd never seen this piece, which is a Bionicle piece, which is just like a multicolored piece. But yeah, it was absolutely beautiful, and it was nominated. So I just assumed that the award he was getting was for that. But it ended up being for another model. I was just trying to find it because it was after those donuts. No, wait, that's not it.
Donut.
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 Where is it?
We're all Homer Simpson.
We are.
Hey, Tim Hortons. Donuts.
It wasn't Tim Hortons.
Was it a Dunkin' Donut?
No, it was a deluxe donut. It was actually green on the inside because it was a blueberry. I was like, oh, not what I expected. But anyways, where is that picture? I know I sent it to my sister. So anyways, you know what? Maybe I can pull it up this way. No, it's going to be crappy quality. Oh, here it is. It was right beside. So he ended up building this, which was like this big mega robot type thing, but it was all based on little tiny castles. For castles, and it was absolutely beautiful.
Look at that!
It was gorgeous. So he ended up winning best, like one of the staff picks for this one. So I was impressed. Fazoom had nominated him on this one, or had chosen him for this one. And I don't remember what the third one was because there's 3 staff picks, and I forget what the third one was. Jeff, did you happen to see that one? What the third staff pick was? No? Okay. I'm just going to look at Brick Fair's site for a minute. Yeah, it was fun for sure. I would go again. I don't know if I would drive to Alabama again because that was a bit of a trip. But well, it was still,
probably because you were driving alone.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah,
because if you would have had company, probably it would be a better trip.
Yeah, and it was funny because Simon Liu at some point contacted me on. Simon Liu is going to Bricks Cascade as well, and while I was at Alabama in the Brick Cascades Discord chat, Simon started asking if there were any other Canadians going, and I'm like, yes, Simon, I'm actually going, and we might actually be on the same flight going out. And he was like, wait, you're in Brookfield, Alabama right now? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and you drove down? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, because I didn't know. He's like, I would have driven down with you. I'm like, oh, well, now you tell me, right? Like,
should have said I mentioned it like 20
I mentioned
or
it so
30
many times,
times
Simon.
on YouTube, on my YouTube channel.
on my YouTube channel. Yeah, exactly.
Simon, I kept on talking about it. You never listened to me.
Oh, yeah. The other one that won was one called The Haunted Mansion, and I didn't have a picture for that one.
I love Simon.
But anyways, also one of the winners that we had was the picture's really crap. So here, I'm going to show you this site, because if there's one thing they could improve on the Brick Fair site is the brickies. Oh, it actually came through clear. Wow, these were all blurry and they never came in clear ever. But now as I click them, apparently if you click them, they get clear. Anyways, Maddie won for a little mini mock of her cat, of a blind cat. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, the Haunted Mansion doesn't have a picture. So like I said, why would it be that when you click on it, it becomes clear?
Not quite sure.
That's just weird. Anyway. So
That's not weird. You're weird for thinking it's weird. Quoting commercials. We're gonna have a house hippo walking across the screen soon.
we're gonna have what?
A house hippo.
Oh, and thank you to let me just go back to this screen because this is heavier than I thought. Thank you for Jeff for bringing some stuff from the Hinkle collection.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oops. It's a Lego employee backpack.
Ooh.
What?
So
Did Mr. Hinkle stuff go well there, Jeff?
I didn't get quite the numbers I was hoping for, but I did manage to sell what was important to sell.
There you go.
There is still 50 pounds of fucking Lego in my living room that I need to sell. So, yeah.
You're such a decent guy.
wait,
I'm starting to,
Go the other way, Jeff.
well,
I
you know our fans.
The other way, Jeff.
You know fans of Lego. You know how they are.
There you go, Jeff.
And I love all of you equally. Let me tell you, much love. But you know, messaging me at 2 a.m. is
seriously?
not the way to go about getting on my good boy list.
Seriously? And I got a stocking for next year.
What?
Ooh.
See, this was from the Target.
A Lego stocking.
All the Target stuff was like 50% off when I arrived at Target's, and by the end of the weekend, it was like 70% off. So every Target I hit, I checked out some of the stuff. So got things like a notepad, and which was $3, but it was actually $1.50. So hey, and a minifig puzzle, and somewhere there's coasters, and then the sorting tray thing, or the food tray. So you know, it was fun being able to cross the border and hitting Targets and getting stuff that we can't get.
Exactly.
Cool.
Oh, Jeff, I was finding it hard to find links to get to your auctions for Hinkle stuff. Hey, Jeff, why don't you do some promotion?
Literally, if you go to my Instagram page, and I'll just tell you. So download the Whatnot app. Once you do, go to the search bar, click for Just Jeffrey, and you'll be able to find me. My auctions aren't like the auctions on that aren't like eBay's auctions. The auctions are live shows. So, for instance, tomorrow night, which is Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, that's 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be going live to sell stuff. So, if you would like to buy some of Hinkle's brick arms, brick warriors, and accessories and stuff like that, that is what's up for sale tomorrow. Everything starts at $1.
And it's really easy to find, Jeff. Once you download the Whatnot app,
Yeah,
it's really easy to find Jeff. Really, really easy.
And is it just Jeff?
It's
Just
just
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Just Jeffrey. Yeah.
Just Jeffrey.
Somebody took Just Jeff, so I couldn't use it. I was pretty pissed.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's a lot of other Lego sellers popping up, and
Really?
like it's a little bit of a competition like right now, but like it's a little different too. So I don't know. It's there's more Lego showing up there, but not a lot of Lego. So,
Yeah, and not definitely not what you're
no,
selling.
not what I'm selling. Like
Yeah.
I still have an employee gift to offload. I still have 4 Comic-Con exclusives to offload. Two of them are the big ones. Just being honest about it, and like stuff like that. Like I purposely left stuff at the house, so like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
And
that's where I'm at.
And
Well, it's a good
since
idea.
I checked it out, and Jeff just does a great show.
Yeah,
by the
he
way.
does. The auctions go pretty quick though too. Like,
Yeah.
What is it, like 10 seconds for the first bid, and then every time someone bids, it goes up by 10 or something like that?
No, I started out at 30 seconds, and then
30 seconds? Okay.
if you want to bid, great. The last 20 seconds of the auction, or last 10 seconds of the auction, will go up. So like,
Oh, okay.
which is not a problem. Like it's fine. I have Emily there, who is my phenomenal assistant, and she writes down everything. Though we did have a bit of a mishap on our last auction. I'm not going to get into it,
Okay.
but dyslexia is a pain in the butt. That's all I'm going to say. So we fixed that issue, issued a full refund, and yeah. So tomorrow night, like I said, we're going to have our accessories pack going, which is like off-brand Lego, not like off-brand, but like third-party. So like brick arms, brick warrior stuff, hats, weapons, guns, all that stuff, right? So everything starts at $1. I'm going to throw a Captain America up at $200, and if you really want a Captain America, tomorrow night is definitely the night that you need to do it. Like, yeah.
It's a real cool film too.
Yeah, it is.
It's I kind of love it. It's definitely one of those things where like, had Kevin not done what he'd done and like had in charge me with selling this stuff, like I would have found a way to make this my full-time job anyway. Like I kind of love doing it. It's fun. Yeah. There's not a lot of there's like a couple like people on there like there is everywhere that's actually, but you know you just ban them and then they can't buy any Pinkle stuff and then you laugh because you're playing God. But you know what? That's okay.
That's okay. You do what you need to do.
Yeah,
No, I'm just joking.
I trust you guys.
I have very little patience for people, and it shows. Unfortunately.
Okay. Now, time for a little piece of trivia. Okay. What's wrong with this picture?
Everything.
Well, okay. Besides that,
there's a stud showing.
Where, Dave? Tell me.
Upper left.
Why is there a stud showing here?
Maybe it's a gap. Maybe there's no brick there, supposedly. Maybe they didn't try in the brick.
But then there should be a stud right here.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
So this was bugging me all day because basically like all weekend because where we
or there should either be a stud up or a stud down.
Yeah.
Because if the whole piece is like up front.
Yeah. It was just like, how could you miss that? So anyway. And yeah. Things that make
That's your complaint?
Yes, that was my complaint. That was the only complaint I had during the whole thing.
That's his nickname, Jeff. Jesus Jeff is his nickname. Jesus Jeff.
and he did complain about the street that hit you in the face.
I had it coming, I think. As soon as I felt myself tipping forward, I knew it was going to happen. So,
Yeah.
But mostly healed.
What kind of street?
Still the odd scab here and there.
Don't worry, all of his friends who saw it for the first time did in fact go, "Oh God, that looks horrible." So like, definitely made sure to make Jeff like self-conscious about it the whole time. That's what we do as friends. I felt horrible the first time, so I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" And I was like, "Oh man, that's not cool." Like he's already probably like embarrassed about it.
Yeah, I
How
don't
do
do
I
it in
fix
front of Chris.
this?
Yeah, I was embarrassed about it. Every time I saw someone, I'm like, "Excuse the face," and I pull my mask down, and they'd be like, "Yeah."
Oh, I
Horrible, Jeff.
definitely trolled the Lego Masters, by the way.
Yeah, it was fun.
About Nexo Knight. Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
This was a little Martin creation that I thought was awesome. Might have been one of his daughter's creation, but the baby towers.
That is so cool.
It was awesome.
BB.
And even the drawbridge is like the door. Anyway,
Love it.
yeah. There's lots of little things that I saw that was just like, had to take a picture of.
When a friend's
the
daughter
castle-
is a better builder than you are.
The castle was definitely invaded in many different ways. There was also a Gamora scene. I didn't get a picture of the Gamora and Captain Zombie Cap over here, but it was fun.
We spruced it up a little bit for you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And I do really like this picture because I took it from the back half after the
Mhm.
trophy was given to me, and I just like the way this looks with the towers behind. So
That does look pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not trying to rub it in. Just saying. Anyway.
Huh?
Hey, you should be proud. You
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
should
never win
definitely
again.
be
worked
proud of what you
really
did.
hard on that thing. You had. We lost Dave.
Yeah. I don't know what's going
And-
on there.
You work really hard on that thing. You work long hours. You had to order a lot of parts.
Yep.
So it's well deserved.
And it needs to be rebuilt again. So it's all
Well,
upstairs in my dining
Well,
room right
that's your own undoing. You should pack your castle more tightly.
No, I honestly, it was just like there's sometimes how the roads can sometimes have a little wave in them.
Yeah.
And if you hit it the right speed, it just starts bouncing the car a little bit. I was driving like in Detroit or Michigan area. I was driving down the highway and I was just at that right speed that I just saw the trailer in the back go up and down. Not
Oh,
sideways
no.
or anything. It was just the back end was just bouncing a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, oh god.
Oh no.
And I couldn't find the speed to stop it. It was like, oh well.
And
It's
then
too late
Jeff
now.
died a little inside.
Yeah, well, just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little. Anyway. So we're only at an hour and a half. I thought we were much later. Dave, why do you keep on dropping out? Do you just know?
That was a BSOD. I started talking smack about Chris, and my computer decided to crash on me. So I
Blue
think I
screen of death.
should stop talking smack about Chris.
Fair enough. I agree. You shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, blue screen of deaths are always fun. So
Now it's a very old laptop, so
anyway, I don't know. You want to call it for the night?
Yeah.
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 Gotta
Wow.
land this thing.
Dave's like, yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
get out, run!
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Both
Thanks,
Kevin and
everybody.
I are exhausted and need sleep. We will see you guys next week. We may do a Sunday chat. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
If Jeff is still isolated, we'll probably will.
probably will. I'll be like, someone please talk to me. Anyway,
I'm
so
so alone.
I'm hitting the button now. So